Over 45 years ago, we were introduced to Pong. Whether it was on an arcade unit in a bar, on a standalone Pong unit that you hooked to your TV, or on one of the early consoles like the Magnavox Odyssey or Atari 2600, people were drawn to this newfangled digital tennis. Over the years, video gaming became more advanced, and digital tennis began to look more like real tennis. But no matter how much the technology progressed, at their core, the games were still just a version of Pong. Here we are in 2017, far removed from the early 1970s, and the future is here. For years, we've seen virtual reality in various forms shown in movies and other media, and last year we finally saw it come to consumers in a real way. The future is now, and even on this amazing future tech, we are still playing a version of Pong. Danger Ball is actually one of my favorite VR games. I realize that at this point it's not a new release, but some of you may have overlooked it or written it off. For this review, I want to cover graphics and immersion, gameplay, and then at the end I'll have some final thoughts. As soon as it loads up, Danger Ball screams future sport. It feels like something you would see in Tron. Everything is crisp and immersive, and this is actually a pretty good showcase for virtual reality. A big part of what makes VR games so immersive is the sound. The sound in this game is very satisfying. The bass thumps when you hit the ball, the sound of the box shattering when you score a point or win a match, and the various sound effects you hear when the ball has some spin on it or when one of your opponents uses one of their special shots. These sounds are spot on. The sights and sounds in Danger Ball truly transport you to this arena. And because you're so hyper-focused on what's going on inside the box, this is one of the most immersive PSVR games. It's true, it's basically VR Pong, but there's more to it than simply knocking the ball back and forth. There are a few different modes, but I always play the tournament. You have different opponents, all with different skills and special shots that make the ball act in different ways. And you move your head to target the ball and return it. And you can move forward to hit it with a little extra power, and even snap your head quickly in one direction or the other to put some spin on the ball. There's enough variety here to make the game require some skill. Even though it's fun to play through the tournament, facing different enemies each time through and learning their patterns, I can't help but wish Danger Ball had a multiplayer component. Local one-on-one would be ideal, but I realize most people aren't going to have two PSVRs set up side by side. Maybe online multiplayer would have been included if this were a more fleshed out experience. Even so, the gameplay is fun and addictive, and whether you're playing or watching, it's entertaining. I would love to see a full-fledged version of Danger Ball that included all the extra bells and whistles, but I understand that it serves its purpose as one of the tech demos in PlayStation VR Worlds. Maybe when the price goes down on the PSVR headsets, we can begin to be thinking about local multiplayer in VR, but that's another video for another day. This wasn't a review of VR Worlds, but if you're going to play Danger Ball, you have to ask yourself if it's worth $40 for this collection of games. It came bundled with my PSVR at launch, but if I were buying it, I'd try to find it at a discounted price. Have you played VR Worlds? What did you think? Leave a comment below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I want to remind you to keep checking out everything you can in VR. You just might run across some gems like Danger Ball.